Okay, so there was this one time I was friends with, okay, my two my two best friends, Sean and Courtney, had moved. Courtney, may she rest in peace, had moved to Atlanta, so I was in Nashville by myself. I had started hanging out with this guy named Ricky. We call him Fat Ricky. I had started hanging out with Fat Ricky and this other guy named James. We call him Miss James. So I was hanging out with Fat Ricky and Miss James. And it was Pride Weekend in Atlanta. So okay. Oh, I rode with Fat Ricky down there. I should have drove. We stayed at this Days Inn. I think it was a Days Inn. It was a Days Inn or Holidays Inn near downtown off of 75 in Atlanta. It's like there is, I think there's a Target there now, maybe. It's like right at the edge of Midtown in Atlanta. And there's a Waffle House in front of the hotel. I think the hotel might still be there. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we stayed at. We went up, okay, so it was me. Miss James had this dude living with him that he had met. I don't know where he met him from. He looked like he was about 2 or 3 steps from being a pimp. Maybe he had on all this silver jewelry, and he had on. It was it was a jailhouse body with a wife beater. You could tell he had been locked up or something because he still had that jailhouse mentality because of the way he dressed and stuff. So Miss James and Miss James and his date had rode to Atlanta in James' car, which he wanted to show off because he had a Mustang. So. And I rode with Fat Ricky, and we trailed each other down there. We got down there to the hotel, the Days Inn. We went out Saturday night. This was when Trax was open. Bitch, when I tell you I missed that club, Trax was the best gay bar for black men that I have ever seen in my entire life. I ain't even seen none on the internet that was as good as what Trax was in Atlanta back then. We went to Trax, partied. Afterwards, this guy I know named Lawrence, we used to be real cool, wanted to go to a sex party. So I was like, cool. So I told Fat Ricky and Miss James, I was like, I'm going with Lawrence for the night or whatever, and I will talk to y'all later. Okay, cool. I go with Lawrence to the sex party. It was cute. It was cute. So then afterwards, I get back to the hotel. I get dropped off at the hotel, and everybody's still awake. Miss James and his boyfriend or whatever he was arguing. It's giving very Project Tease. Baby, they was going at it. The punks that was staying in the hotel with us, in the same hotel, was out on the balcony listening to the argument and everything. The argument had carried out into the parking lot. Then the boyfriend, no, James and Fat Ricky. So Fat Ricky's making fun of me because he said, bitch, I heard you went to a sex party. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I was hanging out with Lawrence and stuff. And then I came back into the hotel. Who told you I went to a sex party? He's like, bitch, I know you did. And if I did, it's none of your business. They're outside So I come inside the hotel. James' date comes into the hotel room. And what's this I hear about you having a crush on James? What? Child, that crush was back when I was like, that crush was like 3 years ago when we was like 18 years old. I'm not thinking about him no more. And he starts trying to argue with me. No, you're not finna do that with me. He goes back outside to argue with James some more, and they get into a fight in the parking lot. The police come. I said, bitch, I'm finna lay down and catch me a nap before it's time to go to the park because it was Sunday. And plus the police was out there, and I'm allergic to the police. So then we go out Sunday. I wake up later on. The boyfriend is gone. We go out Sunday to the park, to the mall, and then we went to the Palace, which is used to be downtown. Oh, that was cute. That was the cute club for Sunday nights. We party Sunday night. Monday morning, we wake up early to go back. We get back and we pull up to James' apartment, and his balcony door to his apartment was open. I was like, I don't remember your balcony door being open. No, I was talking to no, because I was in the car with Fat Ricky. Okay, I was like, I don't think his balcony door was open before we left. Bitch, we went in the apartment and the boyfriend had went in there and ransacked that fucking apartment for filth, honey. He had trashed Miss James' apartment. I mean, everything. He took a razor blade and cut up the couch, cut up the carpet, everything. Broke all the dishes. And then so he called the police. The police come and they questioned the neighbors downstairs. And they was like, did you hear anything? Because everything is broken up in the apartment. And the neighbors was like, no, we didn't hear nothing. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, that's the right answer. He trashed everything. And I was like, oh, I'm about to go back home, y'all. Call me and let me know what happened. Okay, I gotta go to the house.
In the house by yourself with the lights off. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's so happy somebody's home. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Hey. 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 Ooh. What is it? You ain't putting his cologne. Why you smell like that? 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 Hmm? What is it? Oh, you think you look like you got a little touch of cataracts. You okay?
Oh, this is still recording. Lord. So anyway, I forgot this part. When we went out Sunday night, we saw Miss James' date at the club. So when we got back to Nashville Monday morning, we had realized, because he didn't miss a day. He was out Saturday night, he was out Sunday night, but then when we got home Monday, the apartment was trashed. So this motherfucker had got in the car and drove to Nashville, trashed his apartment, drive back to Atlanta, and then went to the club Sunday night and looked us in our faces at the club Sunday night. Like ain't nothing happened. Like they was like, I was like, did you see what's his name? He was like, yeah, I saw him. He ain't say nothing to me. Baby, when we got to that apartment Monday morning and it was trash, Frederick was like, bitch, I think he got in the car and drove up here and fucked his apartment up and then went back down to Atlanta. Could you imagine getting into it with your boyfriend and then you get in the car for 4 hours, drive to the next city in the next state, spend hours trashing the apartment. And when I say trashed, he broke every dish in the apartment, cut up the mattresses, cut up his clothes, cut up the sofa, cut up the carpet, everything. And then you get back in the car and you drive back to Atlanta. And you drive back to Atlanta, take a shower, put on some fresh clothes, and say, you know what, bitch? I'm finna go to the club and I'm finna look all them bitches in their face. Like ain't nothing happened. And did. I said, bitch, I cannot believe he drove all the way to Nashville, fucked this apartment up, and then drove back to Atlanta and then went to the club. Had drinks, looked fresh. It wasn't no scars on his knuckles or nothing. Looked like he probably just been at the mall, just chilling and everything. Okay, that's it.